Opening up the meeting on behalf of Councilor Lynch, I'm J.P. Kwasinski, and this is the City Council Appointment Committee of January 22nd, 2020. We have no other public here that will be speaking to anything that isn't on the agenda already. So there are minutes from the last meeting that you had diligently produced and on time, and I'm always appreciative of that when someone does that. So I was very happy and will entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Approved, 2-0. We have with us Anthony Corella, who's a member of the licensing board and has been serving for, how long has it been?
10 years.
10 years.
ZBA, yeah.
10 years. I'm so glad that you're here to be with us today. We do have an opportunity to have you tell us a little bit about your work. I know you have a meeting right after this, so we won't keep you long. But what got you started, and how do you?
Well, I just I know that it's a very difficult thing to get people to volunteer for any of these boards. I think sometimes people say I will, but then they, if you come and there's something they don't like about it, well, I'm not getting paid for this, and then they leave. So I just once I got started on the ZBA, I actually liked it, so I've been doing it ever since.
How many members on the ZBA?
I think we have 4 now. 4. Yeah, I think we're still short.
Short one.
One and an alternate.
And an alternate.
Yeah, we have one alternate. Yeah.
Now, in order to vote, do you all have to be at every meeting?
Well, we have to have 4.
You have to have 4.
Yeah.
Do you have to be at the meetings, each of the meetings? I know on some boards that's a requirement, and on others it's not a requirement. You can still vote even though you didn't attend one of the sessions.
Yeah. Sometimes they say, well, because it's in the minutes, and did you look at the minutes, and what do you think about this? And then sometimes what will happen, if the alternate, sometimes he'll come even when the rest of the board is there. So someone says, well, I'm not really familiar with this, so I won't vote, and then he will vote. So we try to. And the other thing that we do, Jamie always sends out notice of what's going on, and ask the members, are you able to attend? Because sometimes, even though we're scheduled 4th Wednesday of the month, if we can't get 4 members to come on that day, then we'll pick another day when they can come.
When they can come, be able to do what you need to do,
to accommodate the people. Well, one thing I really felt bad about when I first started is people would show up, come to the meeting and say, well, we don't have a quorum. You got to come back next month. And I'm like, really?
To hold somebody off a month from being able to testify to
they bother to show up, and then they're trying to start a project, and then you can't show up. So the board now, I think we try the best we can to accommodate that. Try to accommodate everybody.
Your background, could you just help us understand a little bit about that?
Well, I lived here my whole life. I've worked here in town. I worked at Belanger Plumbing for probably 30, maybe close to 35 years.
Wow, okay.
So I've always been around, and when I stopped working, that's how I started at the being a plumbing and gas inspector. I like doing that. I like, once construction's in your blood, I think it's always there. And I like seeing what's going on, and I like seeing the people. It's a fairly.
So you get to look at the projects.
Oh yeah,
which is great. So that vast experience. In terms of, I just have one more question. In terms of what you've done in the ZBA over the time period of 10 years. Anything you care to share about some of the experiences, some of the issues that you've been presented with, the challenges?
No, like I say, I think in that whole time, the most difficult thing was, the thing on Payson Street there. And the other issue that I can think of was we ran into an issue with the brewery, Fort Hill.
Yes.
Brewery. The neighbors were, upset about noise and what was going on there, and there was a problem. I guess they complained, and the building commissioner at that time went there, and because they were complaining that he had entertainment, and he was something I can't remember what.
It wasn't originally part of the permit, I guess.
Yeah,
it was an extension.
What happened? What happened when he went there and talked to Eric, and Eric had permits. He had the license for entertainment, and he had a license to pour.
Yes.
So he looked at it and said, well, they're saying that you can't do this. You have permits. How can I say you can't do this?
He had the permits to do it, but it wasn't part of the planning board decision.
So
written up for
right. So the neighbors, contested that. So there was a division on the board whether that was the right thing or not the right, or not the right thing. And I said that if I was Joe, I would have did the exact same thing. I said you didn't have permits, you got permits. I'm done. You know what I mean? And so that's the way it stood. You know. But usually it's pretty straightforward. Things that people want to do, that you either can allow it according to our big book, or you can't.
Right.
And, people always seem to, be straight. Pretty.
Which is good.
Yeah.
So you are looking for another board member at this time as of January 22nd, 2020. So we'd just like to put that out there. In case anyone would like to submit their application to the mayor's office, who makes the original appointments and the city council confirms and reappointments. So Councilor Gomez.
Good.
We're good.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thanks for stopping by.
Okay.
I'll make a motion for Anthony Corella to be part of the licensing board, expansion term 6/6/2022.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
I have another job.
Recommendation to the council. The full council will vote on this, of course, and we're confident you'll be there. So I appreciate that.
No problem. When I saw the post, and there was a little asterisk there, and said that we needed a Republican, and I'm like, well, that's a rare breed in this town. This is going to be even more difficult to find somebody. So
okay.
I just want to make a clarification. And the application said Maria appointment. I'm pretty sure this appointment came from the president of the city council. Just for the clarification. Yes, the form said.
The form says mayoral appointment.
Yes, but I'm pretty sure it's came from the president of the.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Yeah. Just for clarification.
Yep.
Because this is a public record, so just in case.
Yep. Is Amir available? We can ask her if she actually made the appointment or not. New city council president, consideration for new city council. That looks pretty clear on the agenda.
In the agenda, yes.
Yeah. How many appointments I wasn't aware that the licensing board, the council had an appointment. It hadn't been to my knowledge, but hey.
Yeah, I just...
Again, this is the first time I've served on the appointment.
Yes,
in all the time, and I know you're the experienced
Yes,
one.
and I totally forgot to tell you that, because the form said mayoral appointment,
Yes,
but came
absolutely.
from the president.
Yep. That's good. We have here on the agenda Ken Iavecchia, Peter Peters, and Ken had put in an application to the mayor and had written a pretty detailed look into affordable and fair housing, the housing production plan, talked about good questions about not meeting the goals or meeting the goals of affordable housing.
Mm-hmm.
So certainly had some of the lingo down. In terms of a resume, did we have something other than what was on here? No. So what we have is that he learned of the vacancies from the website and is aware of the commitments and had not served on any other city boards in the past. So I think that had some good questions, and I don't have any specific questions for Ken.
Yes, I don't have any other questions.
Based on what I see from his application and the mayor's recommendation, right?
Yes.
I certainly would entertain a motion to recommend the appointment to the full council.
So move.
Second.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Good. That's Ken. And we had another individual, Scott Kavanaugh, for the Manhan Rail Trail Committee with an expiration 12/31/2022. A reappointment, but I didn't see any.
I didn't have anything. The only thing that I have, I talked to Barbara. She because Barbara is a member of the Manhan Rail Trade Committee, and she recommended him. She even talked to him to reapply again for being a member of the committee. And this is what I got from Barbara, that he's a good member of the Manhan Rail Trade Committee, and that he's been serving for I don't know how long, but I know he's been serving there. We don't have anything else.
We don't have anything else.
No.
Right. Typically, we've been asking for things in writing.
Yes,
and I'm really a bit uncomfortable with that.
Yes,
But Barbara's recommendation also is very strong.
It is very strong.
In my mind.
Yes,
and,
coming from Barbara, yes, I take it like
she just has one of those reputations in the city that you would want to go along.
Yes, and I can add the Barbara's going to be upstairs, and if we have any extra question for her, so she's going to be at the meeting.
And it is a reappointment.
It's a
not an
reappointment.
initial appointment. If
No,
this were an initial appointment, I think I would hold off until we got additional information.
I agree with you.
But being a reappointment, we've kind of set these new standards for paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
Folks really aren't used to that. I'm willing to move forward if you want.
Me too. Yeah.
We'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion for Scott Kavanaugh for the Manhan Rail Trade Committee, expiration term 12/31/2022.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Excellent. That being the completion of the agenda, and without new business, motion.
Yes, we do have. We need new business. Yes. We have a few new. We have a new appointment. One reappointment and 3 new appointments.
But they will be coming forward.
Yes. So we should.
We really can't deal with those until.
No, but we can set a.
We could set a time.
Yes. February 5th.
February 5 at 5:30?
Yep.
Works for you, works for me. Sounds good.
We don't have anything else from me. Made a motion to adjourn.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to adjourn